Check this out. We've got Scimandan here attempting to defend the build quality of the Lunar Lander, essentially one of my old videos. So we've got Dan trying to defend the build quality of the Lunar Lander, yet claiming that this is a flat Earth fail. I've asked Dan this question many times. How is him defending space pantomime? How does that mean that demonstrable reality has failed? And of course, it's a question Dan seems not to be in a hurry to answer, strangely enough. But let's entertain Dan and his delusions, and let's let Dan's heroes at NASA actually crush his own points. So let's have a look.
Right, moving on, it's our Flat Earth Fail compilation favourite, Mr. Level Earth Observer. He is looking at the Lunar Lander. Away we go.
Just this shot here looks like a kid's art project. Terrible.
It doesn't matter what it looks like, honestly. That's not evidence, that's conjecture at best.
Well, Dan, I'm going to have to stop you there, my dear man. It kind of does, particularly given when we take into account what this NASA legend says about the Lunar Lander and its build quality. Bear with me.
If you really took your finger and poked hard at it, you could poke right through the outer skin of the spacecraft. It was about the thickness of 2 layers of aluminum foil. But it's the kind of thing that you were reasonably cautious that you didn't jab any pointed objects through.
Even Dan's heroes are now making him look silly. Anyway, back to Dan.
Looks like a kid's art project. Terrible.
It doesn't matter what it looks like, honestly. That's not evidence, that's conjecture at best.
I could do better myself, blindfolded, having consumed a bag of wild mushrooms and not having a clue where I was or what I was doing. I could still knock something up better than this tosh.
No, you really couldn't, Leo. I doubt you could without any of those things. In fact, I know you couldn't.
See how touchy our friend gets here over that build quality?
The skin of the lunar module is so thin that you could punch a hole right through it.
The skin, the aluminum alloy skin of the crew compartment was about 12 thousandths of an inch thick. That's equivalent to about 3 layers of Reynolds wrap that you would.
So it's gotten so bad for people like Scimandan, who's supposedly a science channel online, one that defends the globe. But it's got so bad for people like Dan that he has to attempt to defend terrible space pantomime. And in that failed attempt, somehow claim a result that flat Earth has failed. Which is crazy in itself, because the flat Earth is simply demonstrable science that can be tested and verified by all, the results of which prove the globe scientifically impossible. So him trying to defend ridiculous build quality in space props and then claiming a result shows you the mindset of these people online. What makes it even worse for Danny Boy is his own legends, his own heroes have just crushed his own silly arguments and delusions anyway. I wonder what Buzz has got to say about all this.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest? It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Circuit breaker.
Even moon landing legend Buzz Aldrin don't want anything to do with the silly charade known as the moon landing. And I can't say I blame him. When you look back at the old footage, it's a charade. You've only got to look at my previous video to see how bad it was. And of course, Buzz in later life is wanting to rid himself of all that dark pantomime that he participated in. Like I say, it's only delusional channels online that get bumped up by the algorithms that have got the cheek to attempt to defend something so ridiculous as the moon landing and actually claim a result that the flat Earth, which is simply demonstrable reality, has failed. Yet Dan's so delusional, he doesn't realize his own heroes have made him and the globe look silly. Ugh, dear.